Welcome to Seneca Indians Baseball on KNEO 91.7 FM with live audio and video online at kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Seneca Indians. Now let's go to Ben Walcott live on location.
And a pleasant good Monday afternoon as we welcome you here to Seneca, Missouri. We get set for high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. Along with studio producer Daniel Moore, I am Ben Wolcott. Coach Daryl Harbaugh will be joining us shortly. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. A busy week here for the Indians this week. A very critical week as well as the Big 8 West theoretically can't be won this week, but it can be lost this week as they face Nevada tomorrow afternoon, and then district implications baseball-wise on Thursday as the Indians host Mount Vernon. Some questionable weather here the next couple of days as Seneca and chance of thunderstorms here tomorrow, but it looks like it's supposed to be tomorrow morning more than tomorrow afternoon, and then Thursday as well. So we will have to wait and see what happens with the weather. It looks like tomorrow is more probable than Thursday afternoon, but we'll just have to wait and see. The funny thing about weather in Southwest Missouri is wait 5 minutes and it can change. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with the weather over the next couple of days. We will go ahead and take our first time out of the afternoon, come back with more of the preview after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Historians will probably call this present era in the Western world that we're living in the age of anxiety.
Billy Graham.
This generation is dying not from external pressures, but from internal combustion. In other years, men feared death. Today, they seem to fear life. God has never promised to remove our troubles, problems, and difficulties, but God has promised His peace, a sense of assurance and security in the midst of trouble and conflict. What we need to do is to get our eyes on Christ, idolize Him, worship Him. He will never fall nor fail. Be that kind of a follower of Christ. And you can say with Paul, for me to live is Christ. His grace, His peace, His assurance, His security will be mine.
It's easy to let troubles distract you from the joy and peace that Jesus offers. We can help you get your focus back on Jesus. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
between Seneca and Galena, Kansas. Seneca comes in 11-5 overall.
Yeah.
Galena comes in at 6-5 overall. And Daryl, before the break, I was talking about what a critical week it is this week for the Indians. You can't win the Big 8 West this week, but you certainly can lose it if you lose to Nevada tomorrow afternoon, because then Nevada would have head-to-head wins over both Monette and Seneca.
Yeah, it's a big week. Just like you said, we got two Big 8 West opponents. It's crucial. Nevada on Tuesday tomorrow night, and also not only just Big 8.
Well, Mount Vernon is a
Mount
Big 8
Vernon is
West.
a district.
Yeah.
We got a big district opponent on Thursday. So yeah, it's a huge week.
And if you can beat Mount Vernon, you basically guarantee a top 2 spot. But Mount Vernon kind of threw a loop and everything because they beat Monette on Friday night 2-1. So the number 1 seed is probably still up for grabs if you can pull out a couple, more than a couple, but some wins here down the stretch if you're the Indians.
Yeah, and we talked about that. That one hurts when we lost to Monette at Monette. I mean, it was one of those that the players feel, and I know the coaches do as well. Is we gave that away just because we didn't make the right plays at the right time, and we let them have an opportunity to win, and they took advantage of it.
Like we said, a busy week this week for the Indians. Today, tomorrow, Thursday, and then you also have a doubleheader on Saturday as well. So you're going to need your whole pitching staff, and that's why Kay Johnson gets to start here this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. You need multiple pitchers. You need multiple where they can go deep in some innings where you don't have to just sit there and try to get to players to pitch. But Kay Johnson's been pitching well. He's been throwing well. He pitched the other day for a couple innings against Grove, down at Grove last night. And he did all right. You just got to throw it over the plate, throw strikes, make the other team have to do something.
Yeah, Seneca had a 4-game winning streak when they lost to Monette, and now they've gone loss, win, loss. So you would love to start a new winning streak here. They beat Cassville on the road on Thursday. Good win, 16-0 win, I believe it was, for the Indians before losing to Grove on Friday afternoon. And Daryl, you were there, and it just seems like they were hitting the ball where Seneca wasn't, and then Seneca was hitting the ball hard but right to their players.
Well, I had a talk with them. I asked the players, I thought we went to pop-up school or something, because that's all we did at Grove. I mean, we go from Cassville to we were hitting the ball solid on line shots, in the gaps, just everywhere. We had a great hitting night. And the next night we're at Grove, and that's all we can do is hit pop-ups. I mean, the boys are frustrated. The kids are, the parents are like, what is going on? And there's nothing that the coaches can do. And they're throwing it down the middle of the plate, and all you're doing is popping it straight up in the infield. That's hard to win.
We talked about how windy it was on Thursday. I think today may be a little bit windier. The wind also going out here this afternoon, but this ballpark, a much bigger ballpark than Cassville's, and Hagan was able to hit a 2-run bomb in Cassville, but much bigger dimensions here, 330 down the lines and 400 to dead center. So even if you're able to get a ball in the jet stream, I think you're probably looking at doubles and triples today instead of potentially homers.
Yeah, it's a big park here. It takes a pretty good thump just to get one out of here. Downwind, it's going to play maybe a little bit of havoc out there because the wind's blowing out of the south. The fielders have to play just a little bit deeper than normal. That means they may be giving up an extra base hit or two today. But it's just because they have to play a little deeper. Because if the ball's hit solid, it's going to travel close to the wall, and they've got to play deep to allow for that wind.
It's going to be mostly cloudy all afternoon, and we mentioned the wind. Does the clouds affect anything in the outfield for the outfielders today, or will it just does it help them, does it hurt them, or does it not matter?
I don't think it matters a whole lot. What really matters is because the cloudy is you don't get the sun shining right down the first base line and right into right field and second base. That's where this ball field, sets to the northwest or northeast. So first base line is just about straight east, and the first baseman, the second baseman, and right fielder are looking straight into the sun here late in the day. So that would be better for them.
Go ahead, take a 3-minute timeout. Come back with more of the preview after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Hi, this is Jamie Langford with Langford Insurance at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, Missouri. My wife Terry and I are proud to serve our local area, and we're also proud to support the Seneca High School Pride Marching Band. Langford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office or call us at 417-776-LIFE or visit us at www.midaminsurance.com.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
At First Community Bank, we understand the importance of choice. That's why we offer our Community Choice checking account with you in mind. Say goodbye to monthly service fees and hello to free money with rewards and interest payments. Open a Community Choice checking account with First Community Bank and earn up to $100 in rewards. Make the right choice today. Visit firstcommunity.net. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for complete details.
Seneca and Galena, Kansas. Darryl, this Galena, Kansas team 6-5 overall, and Kansas apparently doesn't get as many games in because Seneca already 16 games into their season. Galena only 11, and in Kansas, I've noticed this a little more. It seems like they do double headers more than they do single games.
It's probably due to travel expenses and stuff. If you can get there earlier and do 2 games instead of 1. But Galena's had some good athletes come through that school here lately, and they've always been a good baseball team. They've always been well coached over the years, and they've always had some kids that can come out and play baseball.
Should be a good one here this afternoon between these two teams. Just waiting on the umpires here as both teams have finished their infield and just waiting on the umpires to come down. It is 4:20, so I guess technically the umpires have 10 minutes to do what they want to do.
Well, they're here. I parked right next to them out there so they're getting it dressed or maybe talking about this, that, one thing or another. I don't know, but yeah, they're here. They're ready to go.
Your starting lineups here today brought to you by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. First for the visitors out of Galena, Kansas. The second leading off is the second baseman, number 14, Thatcher Botkin. Batting second and doing the pitching, number 12, Zane Turner. Batting third and playing first base, number 3, Jack Perry. The cleanup hitter is the third baseman, number 25, Jack LaTurner. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 5, Brant Stroop. Batting sixth and doing the catching, number 28, Coda Daniels. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 1, Bryson Stroop. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 20, Lakin Daniels. And batting ninth and playing center field, number 32, Brody McNamara. Head coach of the Galena Bulldogs is Ross Bailey. Now the starting lineup for the Seneca Indians, they come in at 11-5 overall. Leading off is the shortstop, number 13, Jagger Wilson. Batting second and playing center field, number 18, Drew Sherwood. Batting third and doing the pitching here this afternoon, number 0, Cade Johnson. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, number 21, Hagen Ginger. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 8, Grant Houchin. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 33, Caden Klaus. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 22, Dane Frossard. He's catching. Playing number 22, Dane Frossard. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 16, Colton Curtis. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 25, Ryan Owens. Head coach of the Indians is Chris Hughes. Should be a good one here this afternoon. And Darryl, you have to think this Seneca team eager to get back at it after a 10-2 loss on Friday afternoon.
It was the tale of two coins here on Thursday. On Thursday we were at Cassville and they hit the ball great. I mean, everybody, they seeing the ball well, hit it great. And then you go to Grove and nobody. I don't know how many hits we had, just not very many. All I can remember is maybe 2 or 3, and I'm sure they were really solid. I think they were just bloopers out in the field. The pitcher was, he was pitching well, but he's nothing really special. And, boy, we just couldn't hit the ball. It was frustrating for Seneca. So do they want to get back? Heck yeah, they want to get back. They want to get back at it. They want to start hitting the baseball well. And you know as well as I do, if you want to have a good season, you want to play good and have a chance to win games, you got to hit the baseball.
Like we said, a 5-game week here for the Indians. So Cade Johnson going to have to try and eat some innings here this afternoon.
Yeah, of course. Is Cade, do you like to pull Cade out behind the plate? No, he's one of the best catchers in the Big 8, one of the best catchers around. Kid who's solid back there and behind the plate. He does everything just, the way you want it done. He works hard at it. But do you want to throw him on the mound on a non-conference game, to save some other arms? Absolutely. He knows that too. Talked to him earlier in the year. He knows it. He just wants to do anything you need me to do to help the team win. That's what he wants.
And Jagger Wilson pitched on Friday, so he's not eligible, but he has kind of settled in not only to that number 1 slot in the batting order and at shortstop, but he's kind of become their de facto number 3 pitcher, and he's done pretty well as a freshman.
Well, absolutely, and he pitched well. I mean, the 10 part, they hit the baseball in an inning where we weren't. I think scored 5 or 6 runs in 1 inning. They hit the ball well. We didn't make plays behind him. We made a few errors out there in the field where we, normally we'll make those plays, but we didn't make the plays behind him, and they got a few base hits. And, you've seen it before, just snowball effect. I don't think he hardly walked anybody, and he pitched well enough for us to have a chance to win. We did not perform out there in the field well enough, and we didn't hit the baseball well enough to win that game.
You talk about the 2 lefties at the top of the lineup. Drew Sherwood has, you could talk about Houchin as maybe your 1A. Sherwood has become 1B, and Sherwood hits just as well as Jagger at the top of the lineup.
There are a couple of kids that are just the same. They've got power to both field. They spray the ball over. They hit it to the left. They hit it to the right. You don't know where they're going because they can hit the ball, slap it anywhere. They put the bat on the ball. They put pressure on your defense.
And then the other thing as well, which we noticed this in 2021 when Seneca was able to win the district, is they're stealing a lot more bases this year than they have the past couple of years.
Well, you got the Jagger who's fast and Sherwood who's fast, and Kate Johnson is probably the most aggressive one out there on the bases. And Hagen's no slouch either. And and you've got the rest of them down there. They like to run the bases. They like to score runs.
Go ahead and take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back with the start of the ball game after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank and Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank. We can do that.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
For this Galena team, their sponsors here this afternoon of the starting lineups, Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Leading off is the second baseman, number 14, Thatcher Botkin, batting second, and doing the pitching, number 12, Zane Turner, batting third, and playing first base, number 3, Jack Perry. Cleanup hitter is the third baseman, 25, Jack LaTurner, batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 5, Brant Stroop. Batting sixth and doing the catching, number 28, Coda Daniels. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 1, Bryson Stroop. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 20, Lakin Daniels. And batting ninth and playing center field, number 32, Brody McNamara. Seneca, the home white uniforms, white pants, white tops, blue trim, and blue numbers. Galena, the white pants, dark blue tops, white trim, and white numbers. As we'll get you what Seneca looks like in the field here in a moment as Thatcher Botkin will get things underway. The temperature has dropped here in the past basically 20 minutes. since I've been here for about an hour by about 15 degrees. As first pitch at 4:30, 77 degrees. First pitch hit on a hop to third. A long throw over, good throw by Houchin, and 1 pitch and 1 out there for Johnson as Zane Turner will come to the plate. First pitch 4:30 here this afternoon.
That's how you keep your pitch count down a little bit, Ben. Just throw a strike, let him hit one to
third.
let him in the third, throw him out.
As Zane Turner will come to the plate. Houchin at third, Ginger at first. That one's foul tipped off of Frossard, so the count's 0-1. Clausen left, Sherwood in center, Owens in right. Houchin already mentioned at third. Wilson at short, Curtis at second, and Ginger at first. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball is in there for a strike, and the count 0-2. Frossard catching Johnson here this afternoon.
Yeah, and Dane Frossard is probably looking at the starting catcher next year, so they're getting some work in with him.
So here comes the 0-2, and that breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 quick outs here for Johnson as Jack Perry comes to the plate. Newmac Electric, Brader's Pharmacy, ProLu Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Seneca True Value, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the first pitch to Perry, and that stays high. So the count 1-0. You may have noticed if you're watching our video webcast that you have a little bit of a different view here this afternoon.
We're sitting, yeah.
The 1-0 pitch is poked in the air. Curtis out there on the edge of the infield grass will grab it for the final out of the inning. It was a 1-2-3 inning for Johnson. We're through a half inning. Galena, nothing. Seneca coming up here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Seneca True Value is an authorized dealer of Hustler lawnmowers and is a proud supporter of the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. Seneca True Value offers tools, equipment, and products for professional contractors and do-it-yourselfers. They are open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. Located at 404 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca. For more information, their phone number is 417-776-6000. Go Indians! Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
This is the final 3 for Seneca working against Zane Turner. We'll give you what Galena looks like in the field. Left field, Lakin Daniels. Center field, Brody McNamara. And in right field is Bryson Stroop. Left to right in the infield, you have Jack LaTurner at third. At shortstop is Brent Stroop. At second base is Thatcher Bodkin. At first base is Jack Perry as Wilson takes a called strike and a battery of Coda Daniels catching Zane Turner. 0-1 the count here on Wilson. Here comes the 0-1. Ball laced out to left center field, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. That could be a triple for Wilson. He is on his horse, and he is going to be in there with a leadoff triple without a throw. You could tell off the bat that had a chance to be 3, and he easily got there.
Well, you hit the gaps in this ballpark, and them outfielders got to run a long ways. And I'm laughing because it just at the very start of it, he said, Coach Hughes, he said, I'm getting more triples this year than anybody. And that's Coach Hughes' record he's breaking, or trying to break.
So here comes the first pitch to Wilson, and he takes a called strike. Count 0-1, but Darryl, these are the situations that Seneca has to take advantage of. Runner in scoring position, no outs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got Drew Sherwood, who's just like him.
So that pitch is low and outside, so the count 1-1.
Who's like a copy image of Jagger. I mean, they hit the ball the same. I mean, Jagger hit it to the opposite field in the gap. I mean, next thing I know, you never know. He might pull it down the right field line, or he may slap it down the left field line. Drew might. I mean, he can hit the ball anywhere, and you really can't shade him one way or another. He's not a pull hitter. These two are not pull hitters or push hitters. They just hit the baseball.
So here comes the 1-1. And that hits the outside corner, and the count now 1-2. Sponsors here this afternoon: Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Marine Center Incorporated.
I think the umpire here's got a little bit of wide strike zone.
So here comes the 1-2, and I think Drew is thinking that as well. That would have been a ball, but he swings and misses in the count, or excuse me, strikes out. So 1 out here for Cade Johnson, but I think he was thinking the same thing you were.
He got a couple calls that was outside that you looked at and you calling them strikes. So it's like he's giving a little bit to the pitcher.
It's the first pitch to Johnson is by, and he goes to the wall, and coming in to score without a throw on the wild pitch is Jagger Wilson. So 1-0 Seneca. A triple and a wild pitch allows the opening salvo of the game to come in.
Yeah, this backstop here has got a pretty good ricochet, and that one there just bounced off the catcher and just slowly rolled to the backstop. Is easy for Jagger to score.
As here comes the 1-0 to Johnson. That pitch is hit down the right field line, and the right fielder having to come in, can't grab it, and it gets by him. It will be a double here for Cade Johnson. I think you got to give a double because the right fielder, Stroop, had a long ways to go. So a triple and a double for the Indians as Hagen Ginger will come to the plate.
He made a great effort for it to get out in right field. I'm not sure.
Bryson Stroop.
Stroop made a great effort for it and just dove at it and just couldn't quite get there.
Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, and First Community Bank all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. So the wind continues to howl. It's the first pitch swung on and missed, so the count is 0-1. We're just laughing because of, I shouldn't say we, I'm laughing because of Daryl's reaction.
My.
And it is the first pitch. He swung out the first pitch.
Yeah.
So here comes the 0-1. And that was a hit and run, and it's going to be an RBI single for Ginger because the third baseman was covering on the play. RBI single for Ginger, and it is 2-0 Seneca.
Took the third baseman out of play at that time by running to third. Johnson taking off.
Yeah, I mean, he hit it exactly where he was.
Yeah. Exactly. That's good. Aggressive base run and aggressive baseball.
Grant Houchin will come to the plate. Still only 1 out. Ginger going to try and take second. Good throw. Might have him. It was a good throw, but bounced, and taking second on the play is Ginger.
It looked like he tried to slide about 15 feet. I mean, he just went down a little early. Yeah, he just went down early. It ain't that slick out there, Hagen. He kind of rolled over and finally got on the base.
A better throw might have had him, as that pitch is high, so the count 2-0 on Houchin. Already 2 runs in for the Indians here in the bottom of the first. This is something Seneca has done well all year long, as the 2-0 pitch swung on and missed, so the count 2-1 is they jump on teams early and don't let go. You have them by the throat, and they usually can, get it done in 3 or 5.
They've been playing aggressive baseball.
The 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed on a fastball, and the count 2-2.
Especially the first half of the lineup has been really aggressive on the base path.
And I would say this year it seems like more consistent throughout the lineup as that pitch is swung on and missed. So second strikeout of the game for Turner, and 2 outs here for Caden Klaus. But, last year, a couple years ago, you get through the top 4 and you never know what you're going to get 5 through 9. Now 5 through 9, you have a chance of every single one of them getting a hit.
Yeah, Cade's been putting bat on the ball. Well, so does Dane Frossard coming up next. I mean, they've been putting the bat on the ball.
Ginger dances out there at first base, and a play there at the third base coaching box by Coach Youst. Counts 0-1.
Yeah, no air. No air on the coach.
No EC.
No EC.
0-1 the count here on Klaus. So here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball popped up in the air. The right fielder, Stroop, having to go to his left, and that's his right, excuse me, and grab it for the final out of the inning. For Seneca, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. They strand 1 through 1. Seneca up 2-0 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
Jack LaTurner starts off the top of the second as Johnson fires in a curveball and it's high, so the count's 1-0. LaTurner, Brant Stroop, and Coda Daniels are the 3-2 up. So 1-0 pitch is outside, so the count 2-0. I don't know if they're siblings or cousins, but there's 2 Stroops and 2 Daniels. So 4 of the 9 are probably related somehow. As that ball hit out in the air to center field, and Sherwood lets it drop in front of him. Probably the smart decision there, because if that gets by him, that may be an inside the park home run.
Well, that's what we talked about. Because the wind's blowing out, they have to play a little deeper than normal. And that gives them room to drop them, base hits on the inside in front of them.
As Brant Stroop will come to the plate. As long signed by Frossert. Now Johnson comes with the first pitch. So the ball sails by Frossert and then to second. It was a wild pitch. You could call it a stolen base because LaTurner took it off of him. But the ball goes to the backstop, so you got to call it a wild pitch. Because he had it stolen anyways. I don't think Frossert was going to get him.
I don't think so.
Want to know the count here on Stroop. 1-0 pitch is hit on a couple hops to Wilson. No play at third. Throws to first in time. It's a 6-3 put out. Beat Stroop by half a step. I don't think he had a play at third, as taking third was LaTurner.
Yeah, it was too slow. It was just a big hopping grounder and then too slow of it to get there for him to flip it to third right quick.
Coda Daniels comes to the plate for Galena. As here comes the first pitch to him. That hits the outside corner, so the count is 0-1. If you can strand that runner at third, you would love it if you're Johnson.
Well, corners are in middle infielders giving it up.
Could have been potentially a safety squeeze there, but the pitch is high and Daniels takes the bat back. The count's 1-1. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, SGA Unlimited, all sponsoring the broadcast. As here comes the 1-1. Could be a safety squeeze again, and he offers and misses. The count's 1-2 because over at third base, LaTurner didn't have a big enough lead that you can't call it a suicide squeeze. Oh.
Yeah.
It's 1-2 the count, and he takes a called strike 3. And that's the second strikeout for Johnson as Bryson Stroop will come to the plate. See if you can strand a leadoff single. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Lost Creek Wireless, all sponsoring the broadcast. And Daryl, we talk all the time about shutdown innings. If you score, you want to shut them down the next inning, and you have a chance to do that here.
Leave that guy at third base is always huge. Don't let him score.
So here comes the 1-0, and that's outside, and the count now 2-0. Other sponsors, 4 State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, and the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce. 2-0 the count here on Bryson Stroop. So here comes the 2-0, and that's high, and the count now 3-0. Lakin Daniels is on deck. As here comes the 3-0. That hits the outside corner. And the count 3-1. The 3-1 pitch here from Johnson, and the 3-1 hits not the inside corner. I thought it did.
Almost hit him.
That pitch is inside for ball 4. So runners at first and third now as Lakin Daniels comes to the plate. If you're not confused yet, I apologize. I mean, maybe I shouldn't apologize. Maybe
Daniels
that's a good thing.
and Stroups are playing. Well, that's 4 out of 5, 4 out of 9. Almost half.
It's kind of hard as taking off on the pitch. They throw back behind the third baseman and getting back safely as LaTurner. That was a scheduled throw as the pitch was inside on Daniels. The count's 1-0. All of a sudden, Johnson having a hard time finding the strike zone. It's the 1-0, swung on and missed, so the count 1-1. Now a single could potentially tie the game for Galena.
Yeah, and the outfielders are kind of playing in. For the wind being up behind them, the wind's kind of after the ride blowing across more than anything.
So here comes the 1-1, and Johnson loses control of the fastball, but Froster able to snag it before it goes to the backstop. Count 2-1. You do have an empty base, but you would love for their number 9 hitter to start off the inning in the third. So that 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and the count 2-2.
Yeah, if they hit the ball, you just got to throw. You got to just throw strikes and let the players behind you make plays.
So here comes the 2-2 offering, and that almost hit him. It's inside. The count 3-2. He almost swung, and it almost hit him at the same time.
Well, I think he was looking for that thing to break, and it didn't break. It was a fastball on the inside part.
This count's now full at 3-2. Here comes the full count pitch. Swung on in the air. Sherwood almost overruns it and then misplays it. So 2 runs will come in and score, and getting to second on the 2-base error. It's Lakin Daniels. Looked like he had it. Almost looked like it went in his glove, and I don't know if it popped out or just went through.
It hit his glove. He thought he had it. He came up on it, stuck his glove up there to catch it, and it just hit the glove and bounced out. I don't know how it came out of it, but it did. It's usually a sure-handed center fielder out there, but it might have just messed him up just a little bit.
Brody McNamee comes to the plate as he takes the ball. Counts 1-0.
Yeah, wind probably moved it just a little bit.
So we're tied at 2 now, because that's 2 unearned runs here against Johnson in the inning. As here comes the 1-0. That stays outside to count 2-0. You don't want to get back to the top of the order and Thatcher Botkin in this inning. I know he grounded to third, but don't really want runners on with him coming to the plate.
There's a reason he's up there at number 1.
As here comes the 2-0 and the count 3-0. Johnson having a hard time finding the strike zone here at the moment. As the wind picks up a little bit.
Yeah, you can probably hear it in our microphones.
So here comes the 3-0, and it's taken the entire way, so the count 3-1. Windy today. If we're able to get tomorrow in, it might be even windier.
Yeah.
So here comes the 3-1, and that's low for ball 4. So 2 on now for Thatcher Botkin. All these runs in this inning are unearned, and any runs that come in, because Johnson should have been out of the inning a couple batters ago.
Well, they were playing up just a little bit, to protect the base hit, coming home with it, and it put Drew.
That first pitch hits the inside corner, so counts 0-1.
Put Drew Sherwood in the correct position, and wind probably just moved it just a little bit out there in the outfield, and it's going to be tough for these guys.
So here comes the 0-1, and that's high. It's the count 1-1. Tomorrow, Seneca hosts Nevada in a Big 8 West battle. Thursday, they host Mount Vernon in a district battle. So here comes the 1-1. Hits the inside corner. Botkin bailed out, but they called it on the inside corner, and the count's 1-2. So here comes a 1-2 pitch from Johnson. Swung on to Houchin at third, and he just has to tag the runner and gets him out for out number 3. For Galena in the inning, they got 2 runs on 1 base hit. There was an error, and they strand 2. Through 1.5, we're tied at 2 on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Dane Frossard starting off the bottom of the second, I should say, here for Seneca, as it'll be 7-8-9 as he takes a called strike and now pokes one out into right field. The right fielder, Stroop, has been busy out there. That's Bryson Stroop, and he grabs it for out number 1. Colton Curtis and Ryan Owens are the next 2 due up. If you can get anybody on, you get Jagger Wilson back to the plate. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home at Arvis Ballpark Tuesday, April 16th through Sunday, April 21st versus the Midland Rockhounds. For ticket information, nwanaturals.com. A proud supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. As Curtis takes a called strike, the count's 0-1. So the 0-1 pitch is low and outside, and the count 1-1 as that ball gets all the way to the screen. Seneca scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Galena answered with 2 in the top of the second. So here comes the 1-1. That pitch is low and outside, and the count 2-1. Darryl, this reminds me of Carthage last year.
Carthage was right in our face and wind gusting, and this is a little bit crosswind, but we got all the paperweights, everything we can to hold everything down.
So the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and the count 2-2, and we could have the same amount, if not windier, tomorrow as well.
That's what the forecast is.
Let's hope the forecast is wrong.
Yeah.
The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Turner, as there's 2 outs, and Ryan Owens will come to the plate.
Been kind of nice all day long, and then you come out here and we get wind.
That breaking ball almost hits him and pitches inside, so the count's 1-0. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. So here comes the 1-0. Swings and misses, so the count 1-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter at KNEO917Sports. Comes the 1-1. That's fouled back to the screen. Count 1-2.
I think Seth almost had that over here. I think he's reaching for it. I think he was calling for it, but it didn't quite make it back here.
Yeah. 1-2 the count here on Owens. Comes the 1-2. And he takes a called strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts. 1-2-3 inning for Turner. We're through 2, tied at 2 on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Modern man does not like to think of God in terms of wrath, anger, and judgment. He likes to make God in his own idealism and give God the characteristics he wants him to possess.
So, what's so bad about that? Well, Billy Graham explained.
This modern God has the attributes of love, mercy, and forgiveness, but without justice. This means an absence of judgment and punishment for sin. To have meaning, man's life must be based upon law and a lawgiver. The Bible teaches that God is going to judge man. Today, Christ is our lawyer, our Savior, willing to forgive and to cleanse and forget. Secondly, you must receive Christ as your Lord and Savior, and you can receive him right now and trust him.
If you'd like to know more about that, go to findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
That pitch is outside. It's the count 2-0. Dale, you and I were talking during the break after the 2 runs came in, and it was really the 2 walks that hurt Johnson as the 2-0 pitch is popped foul, and that's going to get out of play and go on top of the roof. So
Well,
it's 2-1.
Yeah, it's the man on third. That's the walk that hurt. The man on third. We had a man on third, 2 outs. We walked to first base.
So here comes the 2-1, and that one has hit towards the Seneca dugout, and the count back even at 2. It actually hit the foul, or not the foul pole, but it hit a pole because you could hear it ding for miles.
It rang a little bit, didn't it? Well, it just, that one, because you know he's going to get to second base, and then we had him out in just the air out there in center field that let the 2 runs in, but.
So here comes the 2-2 from Johnson, and that's outside, and the count now full at 3-2. 2-3-4 here for Galena in the third. As Turner trying to get on and help his own cause. 3-2 pitch is popped in the air to center. Sherwood out there in center field grabs it for out number 1.
Yep. There you go. I mean, he didn't have to move a whole lot.
That was more a line drive than got up in the jet stream.
Yeah.
It's Jack Perry will come to the plate. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Seneca True Value, all sponsoring the broadcast here today. So here comes the first pitch to Perry, and he gets out of the way.
I'm telling you what, These boys got a lot of more flat bellies than we have, Ben, because I don't think I could have got out of that way. I mean, it was right there on his shirt, and he couldn't. He got out of the way.
Here comes the 1-0, and that's outside, so the count 2-0. Mostly cloudy skies here in Seneca on the athletic complex. So that pitch is outside, and the count's 3-0. At the top of the 5 o'clock hour, you're listening to KNEO 91.7 FM, Neosho Joplin, live online at kneo.org.
You notice that first inning, he didn't fall behind hitters like this. He was throwing strikes that first inning.
3-0 pitch is in there for a strike count, 3-1. Yeah, 6-pitch first inning.
Yeah, and that's because he's throwing strikes and they had to hit the ball. We made the outs.
Here comes the 3-1 from Johnson. 3-1 is inside for ball 4. Third walk of the game by Johnson as Jack LaTurner comes to the plate. He singled and eventually came around and scored on an error.
He got the only hit. 4.
Correctamundo.
He's got the only hit for Galena.
Still 1 out here in the inning. We'll see if Turner goes. That's Perry over at first. We'll see if he takes off at all. That ball golfed into left center field. Klaus playing over there and grabs it for out number 2. Nice play by Klaus.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 gone. He was the only one that had to play as Sherwood was playing a little bit more up the middle. As Brent Stroop is the one at the plate. Stroop grounded out to shortstop his first time up. See if Perry takes off here with 2 outs. You're more likely to try and go with 2 outs. That pitch is a ball, so the count's 1-0.
He's not getting a very good lead down at first base, so I don't think he's even thinking about it. Not much of a lead.
Here comes the 1-0 from Johnson. Johnson knocks it down, still has some time, throws to first, and Ginger snags it for the putout. 1-3 putout, and that will do the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. They strand 1 through 2.5. 2-2 here on the KNEO Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
SGA Unlimited is a proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. Located north of Seneca on Highway 43, they offer equipment and supplies for outdoor sporting needs, including hunting and fishing. They are a licensed gun dealer and provide bait and accessories for fishing. For more information, their phone number is 417-439-1996. Proud supporters of Seneca Indian Athletics on KNEO. Jagger Wilson to lead off the bottom of the third as he tripled and scored in the first. Takes a ball, counts 1-0. Wilson, Sherwood, and Johnson hit one to left center field, and it rolled all the way to the wall. So here comes the 1-0. That ball fouled back to screen count 1-1. Basically playing straight up because there's a lot of room in left and right center.
There's a lot of room in right center. The right fielder's kind of hugging toward the line a little bit, but
so here comes the 1-1, and that's outside. and the count's 2-1.
That pitcher wanting to throw it outside away from Jagger, so I keep Jagger from pulling the ball hard, but Jagger may slap it down the left field line.
I'm going to say there's a lot of room down that line as well as the 2-1 pitch is fouled to the track, and the count 2-2.
Since track practice is over, I guess we got to go get it.
2-2 the count here on the leadoff hitter for Seneca. 2-2 is swung on and missed. It gets by the catcher though, so Wilson will be in safely. So it's a strike and a wild pitch or pass ball, whichever you want to call it.
I'd call it a pass ball. I think it went right underneath the catcher's, between the catcher's feet.
So now Drew Sherwood will come to the plates. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Marine Center Incorporated, Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, and First Community Bank, all sponsoring the broadcast.
See if that doesn't come back and haunt Galena.
I was going to say, Galena made Seneca pay for their mistakes. See if Seneca can make them pay for theirs. There's big lead over at first by Wilson, and he gets back safely.
Yeah, Jagger's stretching the limit right here. When he comes set, he take another step.
Here comes the first pitch to Sherwood. It's a ball and ends safely at second is Wilson. Not a bad throw by Daniels, but
shortstop looked like he took the ball about 3 or 4 feet in front of the bag and then didn't have a chance to tag him out. Yeah.
So 1-0 the count here on Sherwood. Runner in scoring position for Seneca.
I know Sherwood would be wanting to get a piece of this.
Here comes the 1-0, and that's fouled towards the batting cage, and now it's on top of the batting cage, so I don't know how you're going to get that one down.
That means you got to take another new ball out of the top of the dugout. They can throw a ball up there and hit it and get it out.
Well, that's what one of the youngsters is trying to do.
Oh, yeah, they'll have fun.
Counts 1-1 here on Sherwood. That pitch is low, so counts 2-1.
That's kind of like a challenge to a little kid. They just got to keep going until they get it.
2-1 the count here on Sherwood. Johnson on deck, Ginger in the hole. He's going to try and bunt his way on, and it's a fair ball, and everybody's safe as the third baseman, LaTurner, was playing back. And if he let it go, it could have potentially rolled foul, but he didn't want to take that chance.
That was a good bunt. He placed it right down the line, just inside the line. Couldn't place it any better. A little bit softer might have been better, but hey, you got both runners. You advance a runner and you get on first base, first and third now.
So this is usually a good hit and run, or let Sherwood have a pitch to try and take second. Takes a pitch inside, delayed steal by Sherwood. They let him have second.
Yeah.
0-1 the count here on Johnson. So runners in scoring position now for the Indians. Ginger has 1 RBI on the afternoon. The other run scored off a wild pitch. So here comes the 0-1 to Johnson. That ball is slapped down the right field line, and it's going to get out of play. So the count 0-2.
I mean, this is another instance. I think Cade Casville was 4 for 4. He goes to Grove. I don't think he had a base hit. I think he popped every one of them up. He might have had one.
Yeah, Johnson, I think, had 6 RBIs on that game against Cassville.
He's got a chance to pick up a couple right here.
0-2 the count on Johnson. He doubled his first time up, hits the ball to second. Only play is to first. It's an RBI ground out. It's a 4-3 put out. An RBI on the play for Johnson on the fielder's choice. And Seneca takes the lead back at 3-2, and the drop third strike comes back to haunt Galena.
Yeah, we got the 1 on, and let's see if Hagen's job is to get this get Sherwood in from third base.
Ginger singled his first time up. Breaking ball hit to shortstop. Shortstop playing deep and gets back down. It's a 6-3 put out, but another fielder's choice. RBI on the play allows Sherwood to come in and score. The shortstop was playing deep. Sherwood even hesitated there for a second before coming in and scoring. Seneca did get both those runs in as Grant Houchin will come to the plate. 2 runs on 1 base hit. as Houchin takes a ball, so counts 1-0. Third strike comes back to haunt Galena. So that pitch is inside, so the count 2-0. Sponsors here this afternoon: People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, SGA Unlimited, as that pitch is bounced in. Counts 3-0. So here comes the 3-0 from Turner. Taking the entire way as Houchin, and he walks on 4 straight. As Caden Klaus comes to the plate, Klaus flew out to right field his first time up. That right fielder, Bryson Stroop, has been busy. So that pitch is inside, and the count's 1-0. See how aggressive Coach Eust is with Houchin over at first base. Houchin a pretty healthy lead.
I didn't see the steal sign that time. Never know.
So here comes the 1-0, and that's outside. Count 2-0, 6 straight balls by Houchin. 2-0 the count here on Klaus. Takes a pitch for a high strike, and the count's 2-1. Chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. Klaus gets jammed, hits a little dribbler to third, throws to first. It gets by the first baseman. Klaus trips.
Falls.
Runner going to come in and score on the E5 as Klaus is safe at first. And Houchin comes around and scores. He tripped over the turf monster.
he couldn't quite make the turn, could he? Too much momentum. He didn't, his treads couldn't grip the turf anymore. So
as Froschert comes to the plate, he also flew out to right his first time up. That looked like a hit and a run, because
yeah, it was.
Klaus was swinging at the inside pitch. As that first pitch is high for a ball. This counts 1-0. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Lost Creek Wireless, all sponsoring the broadcast. As that pitch is inside, and the count's 2-0. So Seneca, 3 runs here in the bottom of the third. I have to see if they can put up a 0 in the top of the 4th. They're not done yet. That 2-0 pitch is hit on a couple hops to shortstop, only play to first. Out to end the inning. For Seneca, they get 3 runs in the inning on 1 base hit. There was 1 error and 1 left on. We're through 3, 5-2 Indians here on the KNEO Seneca Indian Sports Network.
The Bible says that our hearts are sinful, that it's full of evil imaginations.
Billy Graham.
The Bible says that our heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? That's the reason Christ said, except a man is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of heaven. I ask you tonight, wouldn't you like to have a new heart? Wouldn't you like to have Christ tonight, who can forgive the past, give you joy and peace in the present, and change your life for the future? He can do it if you let him. Give your life to Christ tonight. Let him give you a new heart, make you a new person.
What Jesus Christ offers you is nothing short of revolutionary. If you're ready to surrender your life to him, we can help. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
Galena, 6, 7, 8. Coda Daniels, Bryson Stroop, Lakin Daniels. As Coda takes the called strikes, the count's 0-1. He struck out looking his first time up. 0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1. That ball is spoiled foul to the parking lot, and that's got the name of a vehicle over it. The count 0-2. Went on a hop, too.
Yeah, and the owner of the car is standing right there. He's looking at it.
The 0-2 pitch is hit on a couple hops. Houchin is able to field it on the run. Ginger can't grab it. Trying to go to second now, and Ginger is going to eat it. It's an E5. You could call it a single and an error, I guess, because Houchin was on the move. And the first runner is on as Stroop comes to the plate, walked and scored.
Yeah, just throw it right at it. It's just...
As Stroop comes to the plate, he's going to try and bunt the runner over, and he bunts and misses, so the count's 0-1.
Sometimes...
For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, all sponsoring the broadcast. As stepping out of the box is Stroop. As here comes the 0-1. See if they try and bunt him over again, and he squares but pulls back, and so the count's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Stroop. So here comes the 1-1. That pitch is high, and the count 2-1. If he's going to give himself up like this, you may as well just pipe one down the middle.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what Cade is trying to do. He just missed the strike zone a couple times.
2-1 the count. So here comes the 2-1 from Johnson. And he offers at it and missed, so the count now 2-2, and we'll see if they leave it on with 2 strikes or if they take the sign off.
I'm sure they'll take it off.
So here comes the 2-2. And that is low for a ball, and the count's full at 3-2. Full count here on Stroop. So here comes the full count offering from Johnson. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He swung at ball 4.
Yeah.
And strike number 3. 1 out now as Lakin Daniels comes to the plate. That's the 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for Johnson. Go along with 3 walks. Daniels reached second on a 2-base error his first time up. That first pitch is in there for strikes. The count is 0-1. And so here comes the 0-1 from Johnson, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Count quickly 0-2. You notice this inning, Johnson has been able to get ahead of all 3 batters. 0-2 the count here on Daniels. He's going to try and go for third, and the ball is bounced in there. Gets by Frossard. So a wild pitch. I don't know if Frossard would have had an opportunity to get him anyways, but that definitely means you don't have an opportunity, and the count's 1-2. Runner at third now. So here comes the 1-2. And he does not offer. They're going to check. And took a minute for the home plate ump to actually go to him, and the count's 2-2. Didn't look like the home plate ump.
I don't think he wanted to.
Yeah.
No, he didn't want to check. But
as here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Johnson, and there's 2 outs now as Brody McNamee comes to the plate. Number 9 hitter for Galena. See if Seneca can strand that error on the base paths. First pitch hits the outside corner. So the count's 0-1. I don't think the wind has died down since we...
No. If anything, I think it's picked up and gusting.
So here comes the 0-1. That hits the outside corner, and the count now 0-2.
Okay, this umpire's got a wide strike zone. It's not up and down, but it is wide. You just have to adjust.
So here comes the 0-2 from Johnson. And that's just getting a piece. Staying alive is McNamee. The count remains 0-2. So here comes another 0-2, and that's high and outside. It's the count 1-2. Frossard seeing playing time here today with Johnson on the mound, and like you mentioned, good for him to get some varsity experience this year with Johnson. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Johnson strikes out the side after the error in the inning as Galena strands 1 through 3.5, 5-2 Seneca here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
First Community Bank offers reliable, cost-effective merchant services to help your business thrive. We have options tailored just for you and your business, including accepting all major credit card brands, plus contactless payments like Tap to Pay and Pay by Phone. Don't miss out on growing your business. Contact First Community Bank today and unlock a world of payment possibilities. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC.
In the bottom of the 4th, Colton Curtis, Ryan Owens, and then you get back to the top of the order and Jagger Wilson. Curtis and Owens both struck out. Actually, all 3 batters coming up struck out. Jagger Wilson just got on a pass ball, came around and scored. He scored both times he's come.
Led to a 3-run
inning,
yeah. See if we can get the bottom of the lineup going.
So that first pitch is in there for a strike. So the count's 0-1. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home at Arvis Ballpark Tuesday, April 16th through Sunday, April 21st versus the Midland Rockhounds. For ticket information, nwanaturals.com. Proud supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. 1-1 the count. As here comes the 1-1. That pitch is hit on a hop to short. Long throw by the shortstop, and he's able to get Curtis by half a step. New catcher in there for Galena, as Jack LaTurner must have moved from third to behind the plate. And now you have a new third baseman in C.J. Pylock at third. So it looks like as that pitch hits Ryan Owens, so he will reach, but it looks like either Coda Daniels came out, and they're going to say he didn't try and get out of the way. That's what the head coach is arguing, but he's not going to win the battle as Jagger Wilson comes to the plate.
Yeah, that's too much on the inside. I'm laughing because last year Ryan Owens got hit all the time in JV games. I think he got hit one time four straight at bats, and he gets hit again. And he's out there at a little bit bigger lead.
As Jagger Wilson comes to the plate, takes a ball. So the count's 1-0.
Yeah, Ryan's out there just a little bit far. I mean, I'm not saying he's not slow, but he's not the quickest kid on the team.
Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter at KNEO917 Sports. Seneca at home tomorrow against Nevada. Thursday at home against Mount Vernon. Two very important games for the Indians. 2-0 is inside, and the count's 3-0 on Wilson. Seneca 2 runs in the first, 3 in the third. Looking to add on here in the fourth. 3-0 is taking the entire way. Takes a called strike, and the count's 3-1. See what Wilson does on this 3-1 pitch as here comes the 3-1. Swung on and missed. And the count now 3-2.
Now that was a good pitch on the outside to move it to the, go down the left side, opposite field. Just missed it.
A big lead over at first by Owens. So Wilson fouls that one out of play. That one does not hit the batting cage. It actually goes over. It does not go into the track either. It's sitting at I think that's the long jump pit over there.
It could be.
And the count still at 3-2 on Wilson. Breaking ball is outside for ball 4. So a hit by pitch and a walk has runners at first and second for Drew Sherwood, who's 1 for 2. So we're not sure it happened to Dakota Daniels, but LaTurner moved from third to catching, and Pyalak moved to third base. Sherwood hits one to first. They throw to second for 1. Throw to first, not in time. Nice effort by the first baseman there, as it's a 1-6 put out. Runners are at first and third now with 2 outs for Cade Johnson, who's 1 for 2.
Yeah, 2 outs here. First and third. We may be in second and third here pretty quick. We need to score some runs here with 2 outs.
Everyone at the Neosho Daily News, wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. Yeah, I would not be surprised if Sherwood is off on the first pitch. Not a big lead by him. It could be another one of those delayed steals.
I'm sure it is.
So here comes the first pitch, and Johnson pops it in the air. The second baseman is going to call it and grab it for out number 3. For Seneca in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. They strand 2 through 4, 5-2 Seneca here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
It's the top of the order here for Galena in the 5th. Thatcher Botkin, Zane Turner, and Jack Perry. Anybody who reaches Jack LaTurner would come to the plate as Johnson begins his 5th inning of work. As here comes the first pitch to Botkin, and that's high for a ball, so the count's 1-0. Johnson, after that error in the 4th, struck out the side. Struck out the next 3 as that pitch is high, so the count 2-0. I'd love for him to get through, obviously, this inning and probably into the 6th if you're. So the 2-0 is low and the count 3-0. With how many, as you do have somebody warming up, I don't know if it's a side session out there, but it's Braden Roark that's warming up for Seneca as a 4-pitch walk to Botkin. 4th walk of the afternoon as Zane Turner comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. So Roark is warming in the pen for Seneca. Again, don't know if it's just a side session or if he's warming to come in. So that first pitch is sitting on the third base line, foul. I don't know if that was a hit and a run, but Botkin had second stolen. This counts 0-1. Johnson did not really look over. I don't think he's thrown over today.
No, he hasn't.
0-1 the count. So here comes the 0-1. And stepping off is Johnson. Still got some pitches in his arsenal. He's able to go 105 and he's at 71. See if they want to use all 105 because then he wouldn't be eligible to pitch again until Saturday. So that 1-0 pitch is 0-1 pitch is low and taking seconds is Botkin. So the count's 1-1. A runner in scoring position. So 1-1 the count here on Turner. As here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball is hit out into left center field and deep. That's going to fall. 1 run going to come in and score. It's going to be at least 2. It bounces away from Klaus and coming in, coasting into third is Turner. Not much Klaus could do there. It just kind of bounced away from him, and
I'm not sure it hit one of those ribs on the metal fence and bounced, like you said, Ben, away from him, and then he had to chase it down another, 10 yards or 15 yards.
Sherwood was backing him up, and Sherwood didn't play the ricochet right either. Perry comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He has also walked. Galena is keeping this one close. So here comes the first pitch. It's a safety squeeze. They're going to have the runner. Now you have him potentially at third. Throws and he is out at third base. Now you have him potentially out at second, but not out at second, as it is a 5-2-6 put out as Jagger Wilson is able to get there and get him out for the first out. The fielder's choice allows Perry to get all the way to second. They almost had him out at second base, but 1 out now for Jack LaTurner. That bunt a little too hard, and Houchin able to field it, and Wilson was able to get over.
That's a good job by Wilson backing up third base.
So here comes the first pitch, and LaTurner fouls it off at the plate. So the count is 0-1. 1 run in the inning for Galena, though. Another run at second. So here comes the 0-1 from Johnson. That's outside, so the count 1-1. Talk all the time how walks and errors will kill you. 2 runs scored on an error and 1 run scored on a walk. As here comes the 1-1. 1-1 is swung on and missed. Frossard able to block it. And so the count now 1-2. Still one out in the inning. As here comes the 1-2 pitch from Johnson. Poked in the air, and it's going to fall for a base hit. He just reached his bat out and poked it into center field where no one was. The tying run at first base as Brant Stroop comes to the plate. He has grounded out twice. We'll see if the corner infielders come in a little bit. You got to think Curtis and Wilson are playing for two up the middle. Houchin is in on the grass, maybe even with the bag. Ginger holding the runner on, but you have to think he'd be coming home
he'll
too.
Be in. Yep.
So here comes the first pitch to Stroop. And Frossard able to block it. Count 1-0. Went to his right, but got in front of it enough to where they couldn't advance to home.
Or to second.
That too. As here comes the 1-0. And the runner goes towards second. It actually hits the bat. It's a fair ball. And Johnson throws it away. And runners will be at first and third. The runner, Stroop, had it go behind him, and Johnson fired a fastball that was nowhere near. He had plenty of time as well.
I think he was trying to get it there fast just in case the kid on third wanted to run. And he just turned and just fired it straight over Hagen's head.
As Coda Daniels, I think he's at the plate. So runner goes towards second. They fake the throw as pitch is inside. So Pilot came in for him at third, but Daniels is batting. So I don't know if Daniels is now the designated hitter. And they have an extra player potentially. 1-0 the count here on Daniels. Now the go-ahead run is at second base for Galena as that pitch is swung on and missed. It's count 1-1. Daniels reached on an error in the fourth. He's also struck out. 1-1 the count here on Daniels. As here comes the 1-1, and he trying to offer at it and misses. Count 1-2. I'm not sure if that was a safety squeeze or what, but he threw his bat at it and missed, and so the count now 1-2. Strikeout would be big here for Johnson as here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball back through the middle. Curtis grabs it out the bag and he gets the runner out. It's a 4-3 put out. The runners do advance as they get the tying run in and scores. And we're tied at 5. Now the go-ahead run 90 feet away for Bryson Stroop. Curtis there had to deal with the second base bag as well. So good job by him to not have that mess him up.
Good job to hang with it.
Johnson fires in the fastball, so the count's 0-1. 2 hits and an error in the inning. 3 runs as that pitch is outside. So the count is now 1-1. We're tied at 5, brand new ball game. 2 runs in the first, 3 in the third for Seneca, 2 in the second, so far 3 here in the fifth for Galena as that pitch is swung on and missed. So the count 1-2. See if Johnson can get out of this inning with not allowing another run. As here comes the 1-2. 1-2, breaking ball hits the outside corner for strike 3, and that will end the inning. For Galena, 3 runs in the inning on 2 base hits. There was an error, and they strand 1. We're through 4.5. We're tied at 5 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
Klaus, the 3 due up for the Indians. Anybody reaches Dane Frossard would to come to the plate. So here comes the first pitch to Ginger, high and inside. Count 1-0. Guess that's one way to make sure he doesn't swing out the first pitch is to have it and almost hit him.
Come on. Hit it hard. Somewhere. Hit it hard.
So here comes the 1-0. That ball is lifted in the air to left field. The left fielder out there and grabs it.
Yep.
That wasn't hit badly by Ginger, but a nice play out there and left. I think that's Lake and Daniels.
Just too much at him. I mean, it was just hit too at him. It was hit hard. It just left or right of him would have been a ball right. But
Grant Houchin comes to the plate. He walked and scored in the third. He also struck out in the first. As he takes a breaking ball high, so the count's 1-0. Seneca would love to answer the 3 runs they gave up in the top of the 5th. That ball hit on a couple hops to shortstop, throws to first in time, and out by a step is Grant Houchin. As Stroop over at shortstop has been busy as well. 2 up and 2 down as Caden Klaus will come to the plates.
Number 33, Caden Klaus.
Klaus has flown out and reached on an error. So here comes the first pitch from Turner. Takes a called strikes. The count's 0-1. If he can reach, Frossart would come to the plate. Your top 3 are guaranteed at least one more at bat. So that pitch hits just outside. So the count's 1-1. Because even if they go 1, 2, 3 in the 6th, you'd have Wilson, Sherwood, and Johnson for the bottom of the 7th if you need it. So here comes the 1-1. That ball hit on a couple hops towards the Seneca dugout. Count 1-2. Now you got double barrel action out there, Roark, and I can't see who the other one is. Drew's out there. Sherwood is also warming up for Seneca. So that 1-2 pitch hits the outside corner for strike 3 to end the inning. Nothing doing for Seneca in the 5th. We're through 5, tied at 5 on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
One here for Galena, Lakin Daniels, Brody McNamara, and Thatcher Botkin are the three due up. Daniels is 0 for 2. McNamara is 0 for 1. That first pitch is a ball, so counts 1-0. Botkin is 0 for 2 with a walk. I think there's 4 walks given up by Johnson as that pitch is high, so the count's 2-0. 2 walks and 3 errors in the game. I think it's 4 walks and 3 errors in the game.
That's not a good recipe.
So here comes the 2-0. That's in there for a strike. And the count's 2-1. As here comes the 2-1 from Johnson. That pitch is a little bit higher. And the count's 3-1. You don't want leadoff man to reach here.
No, walks are never good. Leadoff walks.
Especially for a number 8 hitter, because then the number 9 hitter has a chance to move him over. So here comes the 3-1. That's in there for a strike, and the count's 3-2. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Seneca True Value, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon on a mostly cloudy and very windy day from Seneca. 3-2 breaking ball is inside for ball 4. Leadoff walk, 5th walk of the game by Johnson, as it's going to be Brody McNamara coming to the plate.
Yeah, you can about count on this as trying to be a bunt to move him to second base where the top of the lineup's coming up.
Yeah, try and get a runner in scoring position and it hits him. And runners will be at first and second now with nobody out for the top of the lineup. Roark continues to warm in the pen, but Sherwood was up there in the bullpen while Seneca was batting, so don't be surprised if Drew is the first one out of the bullpen. As Thatcher Botkin comes to the plate. And that's high and inside, and the count's 1-0 as all of a sudden Johnson has lost his release point, and here comes head coach Chris Yost.
Yeah, that was right over the top of his head. He actually had to duck to get out of the way, so I don't know if Cade's struggling here to find the strike zone.
So we'll see if there's a pitching change here or not. They're just going to talk for a minute about that release point. While we have a moment, the Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home at Arvis Ballpark Tuesday, April 16th through Sunday, April 21st versus the Midland Rockhounds. For ticket information, nwanaturals.com. A proud supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. And to keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule, be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, at KNEO 917 Sports. Want to know the count here on Botkin. The other thing, too, not only probably trying to see if Johnson can find his release point again, as that pitch is in there for a strike, so counts 1-1. But you also may have Chris going out there and saying, hey, this is your last batter, too.
Well, it might be. Maybe just talk to him, calm him down. I don't know exactly what's going on.
So here comes the 1-1. That pitch is laced over the shortstop's head. 1 run is going to come in and score. Sherwood able to cut it off, but bobbled it, and it'll be an RBI double for Botkin. Runners will be at second and third as the go-ahead run comes in and scores. Nice job by Sherwood to cut it off, because otherwise probably 2 runs come in, as Zane Turner will come to the plate, and we have a pitching change coming up, as Johnson will be done after 5+ innings. So we'll have some changes in the field. We'll tell you those changes after this 90-second break here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Well, what kind of a man or woman should you be if you're going to be used of God?
Billy Graham.
The man God uses will have a love for his brothers and sisters in the ministry. Jesus said, "By this shall all men know that you're my disciples, and that ye have love one to another. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you." And then secondly, we're to serve one another. Jesus said, "Whosoever of you will be the chiefest shall be the servant of all." Our Lord washing the disciples' feet. We should be servants of one another. Thirdly, we're to be patient with each other. The servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle unto all men. Paul said in 1 Thessalonians 5, be patient with each other.
Patience, service, love. These are the qualities of a true servant of God. Learn more at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
And Lane Scribner out in right field now. Cade Johnson's line is not done. He only gave up 3 hits in the game, but 5 walks and 6 strikeouts. He's responsible for the runners at second and third. Infield in here for the Indians. Still nobody out. If you're able to wiggle out of this with only 1 run given up, you would have to give a lot of credit to Drew Sherwood.
Well, you would, but if you can find the strike zone, let the kids make plays behind him.
1-0 the count here on Turner. So here comes the 1-0, and he offers at it. It was kind of an emergency hack trying to save his own life.
Yeah, maybe more defense than anything, but it might have been he had his mind up he was going to swing anyway.
This counts 1-1 here on Turner. 1-1, swung on and missed as Sherwood trying to paint that inside corner in the count 1-2. 1-2 the count on Turner. Turner is 1 for 3, tripled in the 5th. As Galena takes their first lead of the night, as that 1-2 breaking ball is in there for strike 3. It's a big first out for Seneca. They still have to have the infield in as Jack Perry comes to the plate. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Marine Center Incorporated, all sponsoring the broadcast. That was a big first out for Sherwood, as here comes the first pitch. It's a safety squeeze, and they're not going to send the runner. It's a 1-2-4 put out, and an excellent job by Sherwood to keep the runner at third base, and on top of that, Curtis to get over and cover the bag.
They did everything absolutely perfect. Sherwood got the ball, looked at third, held him there, then took it, and Curtis was sitting there waiting on it.
So 2 outs now for Jack LaTurner, who's 2 for 3. So here comes the first pitch, and that gets by Frossert. The throw home is high, so the wild pitch allows the second run to come in and score. Allows the runner to get to third, as it's a 2-run lead now for Galena. They almost were able to dance out of it with no more runs given up.
Yeah, as a catcher, you got to block those. You got to knock them down.
Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, and First Community Bank all sponsoring the broadcast. That pitch is swung on and missed, so the count 1-1. Seneca will have 7, 8, 9 due up in their half of the order. We'll see if Scribner comes up instead of Owens. That pitch hits the outside corner, and the count's 1-2. Because Owens was out in right field, and Scribner went out and replaced him, so we'll see if Owens or Scribner bats. 1-2 pitch is spoiled foul towards the Galena dugout, an emergency hack by Jack LaTurner.
Just trying to stick the bat on the ball like he did last time. I think he's the one that just stuck it out there and blooped it into center field for a base hit.
I believe you're correct. 1-2 the count. Swung on and missed at the high fastball, and that will end the inning. For Galena, they get 2 runs in the inning on 1 base hit. There were no errors, and they strand 1. We're through 5 1/2, 7-5 Galena here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
As Caden Klaus it's actually Dane Frossert that will start the inning for Seneca. Frossert, Curtis, and Owens due up here for the Indians as Zane Turner begins his 6th inning of work. As here comes the first pitch to Frossert. Poked in the air down the right field line. The second baseman out there calling for it and grabbing it. 1 pitch and 1 out. Colton Curtis will come to the plates. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, SGA Unlimited, all sponsoring the broadcast. Curtis 0 for 2. So here comes first pitch, and that's high and inside. So counts 1-0. And Cooper Shaver is the one on deck for Seneca. So he's technically the one, as that pitch is low, so counts 2-0. He's apparently the one that replaced Ryan Owens in the batting order. So here comes the 2-0 to Curtis. That hits the inside corner, and the count's 2-1. We're nearing the top of the 6 o'clock hour. You're listening to KNEO 91.7 FM, Neosho Joplin, live online at kneo.org. So here comes the 2-1. That's swung on and missed, and the count's 2-2. Curtis had a 2-0 count, and Turner has worked it back to 2-2. As here comes the 2-2. He pokes that one out in left field. Left fielder had to come in and now goes back out and grabs it for out number 2. As Cooper Shaver will bat for Ryan Owens. So 2 outs here Cooper Shaver will pinch hit. So here comes the first pitch. He takes a called strikes. Counts 0-1. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Lost Creek Wireless, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 0-1. Swings and misses. Counts 0-2. Seneca will have the top of their order due up in the 7th. They can't get anything going here. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, all sponsoring the broadcast. 0-2 the count here on Cooper Shaver. That pitch hits the outside corner for strike 3 and will end the inning. As Turner has found himself in a groove, we're through 6, 7-5 Galena here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Hi, this is Jamie Lankford with Lankford Insurance at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, Missouri. My wife Terry and I are proud to serve our local community and support local high school student athletes. Lankford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office or call us at 417-776-LIFE or visit us at www.midaminsurance.com.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
Leading off the top of the 7th here for Galena, Stroop, Daniels, and Stroop. I think they switched baseballs. My head was down. I was like,
yeah, they did. Drew just asked for another ball.
It's 2-0 the count here on Brant Stroop, and that pitch is high. It counts 3-0. Sherwood came in and almost was able to dance out of giving up any runs as that pitch is in there for a strike. So the count's 3-1. Had 2 strikeouts and I guess you call it a ground out, as he was able to avoid the suicide squeeze as that one's foul tipped at the plates. The count's 3-2. Ian Heffron is up in the bullpen. Now he's back down for Seneca. So here comes the 3-2, and that's swung on and missed for strike 3. Good job there by Sherwood to battle back and get the punch out as Coda Daniels comes to the plate. Seneca needs to leave this at a 2-run game heading into the bottom of the 7th, as they'll have their top of the order due up. As Daniels takes a called strikes, counts 0-1. If you want Sherwood eligible for tomorrow, he doesn't have very many pitches left, as that pitch is in there for a strike and the count's 0-2. So here comes the 0-2 to Daniels. That's swung on and missed for strike 3. As Sherwood has faced 5 and he struck out 4. Bryson Stroop comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, walked and scored in the second as well. That first pitch is in there for a strike, so the count's 0-1. So here comes the 0-1, and that's high. So the count's 1-1. So here comes the 1-1. That pitch is hit to Curtis at second. Under little shuffle throw to Ginger to end the inning. Nothing doing for Galena here in the 7th. Seneca needs 2 to tie and 3 to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Do you carry around the weight of a guilty conscience? Did you know you can be free from the guilt of your past? The Bible says that if anyone is in Christ Jesus, he is a new creation. The past is gone, and everything is made new. If you would like to know how you can begin a relationship with Jesus Christ, have your past forgiven, and be free from all the condemnation and guilt, call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us at chataboutjesus.com.
Jagger Wilson starting off the 7th for Seneca as Turner has found himself in a groove since really that 4th inning as he takes a ball. So the count's 2-0. Wilson is 1 for 2. He's also walked. He's reached the base all 3 times. He struck out in the 3rd but was able to get on a pass ball and score.
Yep.
And walked in the 4th, but since then, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight retired by Turner. So here comes the 3-0. That's outside for ball 4. So the tying run comes to the plate for Seneca and Drew Sherwood, who's 1 for 3. All you can ask for if you're Seneca is a chance. You're giving yourself a chance right now.
Yep.
Seneca has somebody else getting up in the bullpen. That's Grant Houchin.
Just in case. He may be just throwing a pin.
So that first pitch is in there for a strike. So the count's 0-1. Seneca at home against Nevada tomorrow afternoon, weather permitting. 0-1 the count here on Sherwood. Don't think Wilson's going to be that aggressive because his run matters, but his isn't the tying run.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to get thrown out at second base, especially with Drew Sherwood up there with the bat in his hand.
1-1 the count here on Sherwood. So here comes the 1-1. Swinging in, missing at it is Sherwood. The count's 1-2. Five walks and 3 errors in the game is what has hurt Seneca today. Ball is poked out in the air to right center field. The center fielder going to come in and grab it for out number 1. A sliding catch out there by McNamara. There's 1 down.
That's a good catch, good hustle. He slid over there on the run, went down on his knees, slid and caught the ball.
Wilson did a good job of not going too far on his end. Cade Johnson will come to the plate.
Freshman 30, and you can pitch the next inning.
As here comes the first pitch to Johnson from Turner. That pitch is high for a ball, so the count's 1-0. Here's some of the Galena fans say just worry about the batter, and that's kind of a true statement. I mean, Wilson's runs matters, but his doesn't matter. As Johnson takes a pitch and the count's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Oh, that looked like it was laid up on a silver platter for him right down the middle.
Problem is, I think Johnson saw Wilson give a false start and he was going to try and let him take second. 1-1 pitch is popped up in the air. It's going to be a tough play out there, and the second baseman able to grab it for out number 2. And Hagen Ginger becomes the last hope for Seneca. Hagen 1 for 3, a single, a ground out, and a fly out. As Turner settled in after a rough first and a rough third.
Yeah. Come on, Bubba. Hit it hard.
Wilson reached on a 4-pitch walk, but Turner, that first pitch is in there for a strike. So counts 0-1. So here comes the 0-1 pitch from Turner. That's outside for a ball, so the count's 1-1. Love to get that tying run on base somehow.
He's got a big gap out there in left center if he can just hit it.
There's also a big gap in right center. 1-1 pitch. It's fouled straight back to the screen, and Seneca's down to their final strike. 1-2 the count on Ginger.
He's got to battle, put the bat on the ball, fight it off, do everything you can, stay alive.
1-2 the count. Here comes the 1-2, and that hits the inside corner for strike 3, and that will end the ball game. Seneca, no runs, no hits, no errors. They strand 1. 7-5 your final score. Seneca falls to 11-6. Galena improves to 7-5 as head coach Chris Hughes not happy with the umpire there at the end of the contest. Go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. Come back with the post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Someone recently joked that anyone with normal blood pressure these days must not be paying attention to the world. We're bombarded with bad news on every side, and there's no relief in sight. Yet there is a way to cope with these high-pressure times. Don't be anxious, the Bible says. Tell God what you need and thank Him for what He has done. Then you'll experience God's peace. To find out how Jesus Christ can give you this peace, call 888-NEED-HIM or go to www.chataboutjesus.com.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
And we welcome you back for the final time as Seneca falls by a final score of 7-5. The postgame show is sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Cade Johnson takes the loss. 5+ innings, 3 hits, 7 runs, 3 earned, 5 base on balls, 6 strikeouts. Drew Sherwood came in, pitched 2 innings, had 4 strikeouts. Zane Turner gets the win for Galena. 7 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 3 base on balls, and 8 strikeouts. Seneca at home tomorrow afternoon in a Big 8 contest against Nevada. That's a 4:30 first pitch. That's a 4:10 airtime. That is an internet-only broadcast tomorrow afternoon. The rain is starting to make its way here into Seneca, so we are going to sign off. For our studio producer Daniel Moore, For Daryl Harbaugh and Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Seneca, as we thank you for watching high school baseball here on the KNEO Sports Network. We'll join in touch here on the KNEO.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network.